everyone, come spend 4 days in Guatemala with me. So first we flew to Guatemala City. So the flight was about 2 hours, about 2 hours and 50 minutes, almost 3 hours. And we decided to stay in Antigua, so we took a shuttle to Antigua for about an hour and a half. So the view, oh my god, the view on the way to Antigua was amazing. It's just so foresty, nice, and it's just peaceful. About an hour and a half later, we finally made it to our hotel. When you first walk inside of the hotel, you see kind of like a garden, the view, and this is a little glass area. You walk on top of it. It's very foresty looking, which I like. The aesthetic is very nice. That's why I chose this hotel, and it's not too crowded. And oh my gosh, these things underground, I don't know what they are, but they look so fascinating. I was fascinated by them. I was trying to find out what the purpose of them is, but I don't think I ever got a chance to find out what they were. So if you just look a little around, this is the common area, and then on the right is where you check in. So it's just a little bit more view. And under here, they have an underground room. I'm not sure what's under there. Probably don't want to find out. But yes, so just a little closer look of like the garden area and every plant that they do have. They also have like a rooftop. It's kind of a rooftop area that you can go, which you will see later on. So this is me going to the rooftop. I almost tripped over, but it's not really an area where you can hang out much. You can't go past, like you can't get to the rooftop past 5:30, but it's just, you can come here and chill a little bit, and you see a view of the mountains and the volcanoes, and there's so many mountains. Oh my gosh, I feel like they should call the country the land of mountains. But it's so beautiful. It has that very different vibe to it, like very different view, very like forest like, and it was so foggy outside. Now that we've seen the outside of the hotel, let me give you a tour of our room. My friend and I, we each had a full-size bed, and they also have that little underground thing. It looks like a little coffin, but I guess it's to keep the light on at night so you see where you're going. Which is pretty cool. And this is our bathroom. It's very unique. It's very like traditional. I like the vibe. It's very different. So after we walked around a little bit, so we decided to go see the city and just stroll around and find dinner. Since we stayed in Antigua, Guatemala, so everything were pretty close. So we ended up choosing Taco, which is a Mexican restaurant. We ended up eating there a few times while we were there. The food was amazing and the service was pretty good. This is our server. I got a pina colada and my friend got a passion fruit. I think it was a juice. I don't remember. And I ended up getting shrimp tacos and steak tacos. They were amazing. After we ate, we ended up going to like the main area, like the center of everything. So this is the park, the Central Park, I guess it's called El Parque Central. There's a church right across from the park, which you can take. You can get a tour of the church. My friend and I went the next day to do a tour, which you'll see later on the video. So there's a lot of people around the park, and in the afternoon they do have like vendors selling different type of stuff. We kept walking around for a bit. We visited a few markets and went inside just see what's inside and what's around the area basically. So while walking, we found a little pastries shop, and we got some pastries because we were craving some sweets. It was very nice. And then at night around 7 p.m., that's the same day we arrived, we did a food tour. So this is in Hocotenango, I believe. So we got some street food. It was a group tour, so they got us some beer. I don't drink beer. I didn't really drink mine. So the guy was making chuco. That was the first thing we tried. And then the second one was gringas. I would say gringas was the best one that we had out of the tacos. And after that, we walked around a little bit. So we saw a very a huge church, a famous church. Supposedly this church was built like way before everything in the 1500s. And we ended up going to a third taco place where we got our last, I guess, taco. The tour guide gave us some drinks, which I was not too fond of. They taste like medicine to me. At least we got to keep our shot glasses, which was a plus. This is what the taco looked like. And after that, we went for dessert, which was churros. Honestly, I've had better churros, so I wasn't really too, I guess, fond of them. The last thing that we got was kind of like a traditional tea, Guatemalan tea. All in all, I don't think the money we paid for the food tour was worth it. But so the next day we decided to go out to walk around some more because there is a lot to see in Antigua. It is so peaceful, and contrary to what I've heard before I visited, it's a very safe city. You see cops everywhere, patrolling the area. There are a lot of tourists, so it's crowded, so people are walking everywhere. So we visited a few shops, market, and we walked through some restaurant just to check out what they have, because we also wanted to grab lunch. So we ate breakfast at the hotel, but we wanted to walk around and grab lunch somewhere. So we visited that place first, Cafe de la Condisca, something like that. So we walked around and see what they had. It wasn't really what we were looking for. So we just looked at the menu a little bit, and then we left to explore the area some more. But look at the place. It looks so nice. Almost everywhere we went to, we entered, it's just so nice. You have plants, the decorations were very unique and nice. So they do also have a little shop. So it's a little coffee shop, and then they have a little shop front where you can buy presents. So we decided to get ice cream afterwards before we got our lunch because, of course, it was kind of hot. Even though it wasn't too sunny outside, it was a little hot. So this is the art. This one is a very famous location. People take pictures in front of it. So even on the little gifts, you can see they draw the arc. So we walked around that little area a little bit more, just exploring. You have vendors walking down the street asking you if you want to buy, stuff, and like tourists around the area taking pictures and videos and all that. So finally we found a place to eat. It's called Los Tres Tiempos. So we grabbed lunch around there. So it's a bar, and they also do happy hours. So we ate there. The vibe was really nice and the food was amazing. Look at it. And I think there is a hotel on top of it. So I got this little pink drink just because it looked cute on the menu. So I didn't know it was grapefruit. I'm not really a big fan of grapefruits, but I still got it. I drank it, but it wasn't too bad. And yeah, so that was that. I think I got the food that I got was very, like, it was giving New Orleans vibe, like, it looks like a gumbo type of stuff, but it was amazing. I loved it. So we ended up stumbling across the Starbucks, which looks very different than the ones we have here. The inside of it was very cool. The painting, the patio area, it's pretty cool. Like, you can have brunch here and it's just chill with your girlfriends. Amazing. We ended up going back to the park. We walked around a little bit. So the vendors were just setting their table. So we looked around a little bit, bought a few things. So these are actually traditional clothing that they do. They handmade, out of cotton, which was very, very cool. On my next video, you'll see the process of how they make them. So that's to be continued after this video. So if I could buy one thing from each vendor, I probably would. People were just so nice. They're just so friendly. Then we walked around a little bit more. Close to our hotel is La Casa del Ron. They sell like very like premium wine. So we walked around a little bit and we asked question. We asked one of the people working there if we could look around and see what time they close so we could come back. They let us go in the basement to look. So we went down to the basement and see what how it was. So they do have a little sitting area with sofas and decoration. The decoration is amazing. Like, look at it. So this is like underneath it. So it's kind of like a little basement. It's underground. Look at it. It looks so amazing. Imagine sitting there and then just sipping some wine and just talking, just, vibing. It is amazing. So afterwards we left, and then I think we never made it back to it. So we walked around a little bit more. So at night we had a bar crawl. So this is at the bar. It was a group thing. So we went to, I think, 3 locations and left around midnight. Walked the street. So we also ended up doing a tour of the church that you saw from like a few minutes ago. So we, I think it was like 20 quetzales to go inside of the church. This was a museum right across from the church. We were not able to go inside of the museum because they did not accept American dollars or card, and we ran out of quetzales. So we just went to the church across the street because it was 20 quetzales. My friend had 20 quetzales left. So we went inside of the church, looked around a little bit, took, some videos of like, it's very like, I guess it's a historical church because it's very different. They do have a little underground thing where you take the stairs down like to the underground area to see the different part of the church, which I thought was really cool. So this is my friend buying the ticket to go inside while I stayed outside waiting for her. So these are all views inside of the church. See, right? So yeah, like it's pretty different, but I'm not really sure if they ever like do anything like in that little area outside. I guess it's just for tourists to visit. And this is the little underground area I was talking about. It's like a little bunk. I guess they would go there for safety. So there was not a tour guide who would tell us the history behind these little cave areas, but they seem pretty, they seem pretty nice and historical, I would say. So just some more rooms, and look at this. This is huge. Shoot, I should just move there and live rent free. Now the highlight of the day was this restaurant that we went to. It's called Casa Escobar. It was more of a like high-end restaurant. It's a little bit on the pricey side, but it wasn't too expensive. Like the service was amazing. 10 out of 10, 5-star, definitely recommended. The environment is very nice, very like clean. The food was really, really good. So I ended up so they gave us this little soup to start with, which was amazing. I wish I could ask them for the recipe, honestly. Then I got some mango and passion fruit juice, or maracuya for passion fruit. I think that's what it means. Then I got some octopus tacos, which was amazing. I thought it wasn't gonna fill me up, but it did. Then we finished off with dessert, which was amazing. I don't usually eat dessert, but this was really good. Okay, now everyone, see y'all later. I will see y'all on part 2.